Hi everybody, this is Dawn, aka Rosia. I was asked to do this reading, and I know it's taken a little longer than hoped for. I'm having internet connection problems, but I did get this video ready and everything like that. I still made it for you. Like I said, I'm having internet connection problems, so I'm going to try to get this uploaded as soon as I can. I'm so sorry for the wait. So let's just jump right into it because I have a time limit. So the first card that I'm going to draw, what I've done is I've shuffled these up, and I laid them out into a hexagon, and these are the cards that have been drawn. The question from my inbox, Buddie, because I'm not going to say any names or usernames or anything. The question is how is this school year going to go for you? So here's kind of a look at what's going to go on. So your first card up here, this represents the past. This is kind of what's already happened. This is the World card. You might want to get a pen and paper to help write down things. This way you can memorize them and look back at it and be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Or it doesn't make sense, and think about it and stuff. So this is the first card. Like I said, this represents past. The name of this card is called the World. And the World card is about completion and competency. The querent, or the person asking the question, is not an expert in their subject. The card also indicates long, fantastic trips. For the situation that I was told about, I believe that this card basically means that you're done with that sport. You're an expert in it, and you know it's time to say, okay, I'm done with it. I don't need more training in that subject. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, I've been coughing for the last few days. So this is, like I said, this is the World card representing the past. So there's that one. Okay, that goes up at the top. The next card represents the present, and this card is the Chariot. On a basic level, this card is about getting what you want. It implies war, struggle, and eventually a hard-won victory over enemies, obstacles, nature, or inner self. Like I said, for this situation in particular, this is kind of clear when you think about it. There was an incident that occurred during sport, and now you're trying to move on past it, and you know this is that struggle. This is the present. This is what's going on right now, and this is basically saying that now you won. Now you won the battle. Now the obstacles are cleared. You do not have to worry about that. It's in the past. You let it go. This card is also about motion. Two opposite forces must go in one direction. Confidence as well as unity of purpose and control is needed, especially motivation. This card can indicate new motivation or inspiration. It can also indicate a trip, usually by car. The Chariot is a card about using your impulses to achieve a victory. So, like I said, use your energy. You want to get over it. You want to let that be in the past. You want it to be done. So use all of that energy, all of that motivation, use all of it to get everybody focused in on something else, or to get you, not even necessarily everybody else, but get yourself focused in on something else other than what has happened already. Like I said, this basically like everybody is talking about the two opposite forces must go in direction. One force is you saying I want to move forward. The other force is saying no. Haha, this is what's happened. Haha, you're not gonna stop it. Blah blah blah. That's basically, those are the two opposite forces. And it's time for you to take control of that and say, I'm no longer going to allow it to upset me. I'm going to move past this, and it's going to be done with. So there's that one. Like I said, that is the Chariot, and it represents the present. The next card over here, pretty sure you guys can see that. Oh, yep, there it is. Eee. Okay, the next card represents the future. This is the Hermit. It is a card of introspection, analysis, and virginity. This card indicates a desire for peace and solitude. It is a time for thinking, organizing, ruminating, and taking stock. The Hermit can represent a wise, inspirational person. Someone, the Court, which would be you, the person who's asking, usually sees alone. So this is somebody who others may or may not know about, but they don't see. Whether it be a friend or somebody who you met just giving you advice. They will help the Court understand themselves or find what it is they're seeking. So I like to think if you don't already have somebody in mind, this may be me. Like, I'm trying to help you understand as much as I can and help you figure out exactly what it is you want. So I like to think this card is me, but it may not be. It may be somebody else that's in your life. So this is this card. And I'm going to put that down here. The next card represents environment. And this card is, as you can see, it's flipped upside down. This is the reversed Empress. That means that it's time to confront yourself, even if you feel lost in bewilderment. Like I said, this is all about you. Confront yourself, let yourself accept what has already happened, and say, okay, I'm no longer going to let it bother me. This represents the environment card. The next card for you is over here. This represents the unconscious. And this is the Star. This card predicts and healing, even unexpected help to offer us sustenance. Sorry, it's hard for me to pronounce words sometimes. In bleak times. This help is anything that appears in our lives, whether it be a book, a song, a person, and heals our wounded spirit. Something happened, and it's kind of put you down in a rut. The question to ask yourself is, what do we want bad enough that we will go the distance for? Do you want to let the past be the past bad enough that you will push everything to make a motion, to push forward? Do you want it that bad? So, like I said, this is the Star representing the unconscious. The next card is the Solution card, and this represents the Moon. I don't know if you can see this or not. The Moon is all about visions and illusions, madness, genius, and poetry. At its darkest, This can be a very scary card, warning the current of hidden enemies, mental illness, alcoholic breakouts, or bad drug trip. At its best, it's a card of genius, mental breakthroughs, creativity, powerful magic, and intuition. This card is a warning. Their mind will play tricks, crazy relationships that aren't trustworthy, ups and downs with friends and family. Mentally, do what you're supposed to do. If you regularly write in order to keep your emotions in check, do it. Do not stop. If you write poetry, if you sing, if you take medicine to help you, keep doing it. Do not stop. This is a bad time for that. Sorry. I'm losing my voice. I'm sorry. So this is a bad time to quit things like that. For this specific situation, I think this card really, the hidden enemies, I think that might be people that you think maybe are friends, and then you think about it and you're like, well, they've really been putting me down about this situation. Maybe they're not as much friends as I thought they were, you know. About genius, mental breakthroughs, creativity, powerful magic, and intuition. I told you that I was going to get a spell and perform it as soon as I had the stuff required for it, the ingredients and stuff that I need for it. So that can be where the powerful magic comes into play. Mental breakthroughs, that's all you. You know, what has been discussed already, it may be hitting you, like, hey, you know, this is what I need to do. Okay, a light bulb went off, you know? It could be that. It could be something else in your life that happens, like, hey, I'm really good at this, I can do this sport. You know, or I can do this, I can do that. I don't have to necessarily play a sport, I'm good at something else. It can be anything like that. It can be your creativity. You find something, hey, you know, that's smart. You know, it's different, but it's smart and it's creative. Okay, there you go. And I'm going to do the last card. Like I said, this is the Moon card, and it represents the solution. The last card is in the middle, and this represents the conclusion. This, I don't know if you can see it, is also upside down, which means it's reversed. This is the Sun card. This is the time when you have the courage to discontinue and review the current status. This is about the incident that happened while playing sports. Do not allow people to bother you about it. Discontinue, like, stop letting, I know it's hard, but try your best to not let those things get to you. Think about it and just review everything. Review who's been there for you, who hasn't, who makes fun of you, who's nice to you, who helps you and who doesn't. And what are you good at? What are you not good at? And as the first card said, you're mastery in that sport, so maybe it's time to move on to a new one. This card basically means, okay, review it and see if that's what you need to do. And this, like I said, is the conclusion card, and it represents the sun. It's the sun reversed. Going to turn you around now. Sorry. So basically, this is your layout. Let me take this off because of the light. Review it, think about it, write down notes about this. I have to go, or else this movie video will not upload. So goodbye everybody, and just think about it, okay? Bye.